what was their impression of those people who are closely associated with you, especially your family, your friends, how they feel? You live here with your family, so when they are coming with you, they had any impression, wow, we are going to Bangladesh, or oh no, I don't want to go there?
Well, there are many different reactions. There are reactions from the people who have been here, and there are reactions from the people who have never been here. Some people are a little bit scared because it's far away, it's very different. We know of climate change, we know of natural disasters, we know of the civil war and independence war in Bangladesh. So these things are many times at the front of people's impression. What I often say to them is, well, come here and have a look for yourself.
Wow.
Bangladesh, look again. And I was able to convince my family, for instance, to come out for Christmas. We're staying here over our Christmas holiday, and 8 people from my family is coming out here to see for themselves.
Wow, that's really good
including
news.
including my mother, who will be turning 80, having her 80th birthday in Bangladesh. And my 6-year-old daughter said to me, it's good to be home.
Like when you came here, you take the responsibility of the Royal Danish Embassy. And what are the exactly work you are doing in Bangladesh, and how you feel about it?
Well, it's exciting work. There's been a history of that, for a long time it's been development assistance. So an embassy was organized around cooperating with the government of Bangladesh on development assistance in different sectors, donating money for different projects. But what's exciting, and that is still the cornerstone of what we do here, and I'm proud of that, that we are helping the people of Bangladesh. But what's interesting for me is that the other part is also taking off. And it's political cooperation, it's cultural cooperation, and it's not least commercial cooperation. So I'm excited that this is like changing times. And wow. we see that at the embassy, how our portfolio, the work that we do, changes now. And it looks more like what we do in other countries.
So would you say it's like a new policy of your diplomacy, like new diplomacy and old diplomacy things? So new way to handle the foreign affairs?
This is part of a very fortunate development in Bangladesh, where progress is being made. And this is very fortunate, really a good thing for Bangladesh. But another thing is happening also in the way we work. But this is not just at the embassy here, but we talk a little bit about new diplomacy and old diplomacy. Old diplomacy would be where a diplomat talks with government officials and ministers, and keeps, so to speak, in the corridors of the secretariat. And that's where we do business. That's old diplomacy. New diplomacy tries to engage with the whole country, with the people, with the media, with civil society, with business, because in the new world, in the globalized information world, everybody has an influence on policy that's being made. So we need to engage with everybody. So we're sort of getting out of the corridors, out of the embassy, and engaging with the people and societies of Bangladesh.
That's really new and very nice idea, and I think all of us should follow that. If I ask you, like, what is the one thing you mostly like in Bangladesh?
It's the people. It's the interaction that we just met with, plain friendliness, not people wanting always something in return, just being outright friendly. And it's everybody. It's the people I met in the slums of Dhaka today. It's government officials. It's everybody just meeting you with a smile and saying, what can I do for you, my friend?
So that's the thing actually we want from those people who are really working here, and we want to be your friend. So we're looking forward to more friendship relation.
Yes.
So and Denmark and Bangladesh, we have very good friendly trade relation. And would you like to tell something about it to our common people?
Yes, trade relations is something that is really taking off. It's coming from just a few years ago from a very low level. But I'm very optimistic about growth in this country and trade possibilities. Now, we do trade in many different ways. One thing we do is we try to get Danish companies to come here and invest in Bangladesh, finding a local partner and invest and creating jobs and export out of Bangladesh.
So are you doing any kind of matchmaking events? Because I heard that Denmark having events last week, and yes, they were doing some kind of matchmaking for business people who are trying to invest in Bangladesh. So
That's how we work. We try to identify sectors. This could be shipbuilding before. Now that has taken off in Bangladesh. It could be IT, which is also taking off. Just this week, we had a delegation of Danish companies under the heading of clean tech and energy.
Clean tech and energy.
Clean tech and energy. So that's environmental technology and energy technology coming here. We had a matchmaking event. So we try to match Danish companies. The embassy finds Bangladeshi companies. We identified 45 Bangladeshi companies. Then we tried to have matchmaking meetings, had more than 90 meetings. And what I'm very happy is we just had a farewell dinner at my house last night for these companies. And I asked them, of course, so how did it go? Did you end up making deals? Was this a good journey for you? And they were very happy. They said they liked what they saw, and 9 out of the 10 companies that were here said, yes, we will go forward in Bangladesh. So this is good news.
That's really good news for us. And before I heard of the matchmaking of marriage, now I'm hearing the matchmaking of the business person.
Yes, we even call it speed dating sometimes.
Wow,
so, yes.
That's really great. So what I hear last time before I met, you were one of the great organizer of the Copenhagen meeting last year, and I really thank you for that. And after 1 year, they're meeting in Cancun, Mexico again.
Yes.
And environment is a huge issue, and sea level rising, especially when you're in Bangladesh, is one of the first 5 affected countries.
Yes.
What exactly you think about it, and do you think we can reach in one level after all this? Because it has been 1 year from Copenhagen to Mexico.
Yes.
Still they are negotiating.
Yes, as we speak, they're negotiating. And I hope we need to find some kind of global solution. If there ever was a global problem, it's climate change. And the world has to come together to find operable solutions so that we can work together to solve the problem.
Right.
I'm happy to say that Bangladesh has been a very constructive partner in seeking solutions, seeking compromise, seeking results out of the, not just posturing, not just empty words.
Right.
But Bangladesh has been a country in the negotiations that sought a result. And there, Denmark has had the same kind of thinking, so there we've been partnering closely on this. But we have to find a solution. This is urgent. This is not something that's being thought up. Right. So it makes good sense for me that I was working with climate change, the Climate Change Conference, on a more practical organizational matter in Copenhagen. And next up is then Bangladesh, one of the countries that has most to lose and most to gain by the failure or success of international climate change negotiations.
Right, that's really nice to know, but I wanted to ask you one question, because you were closely involved last year. Mm-hmm. So do you think personally, I just wanted to know your personal view,
yes,
we can come up in an agreement, or we can really reduce the CO2 emission? Is it possible?
Yes, from a technical point of view, absolutely yes, it's possible to reduce CO2. Let me tell you that my country has experienced a 50% growth in GDP over the last couple of years, many years, but with 0% energy consumption growth.
I see.
So it's possible that you can have both. You can have, with technology, you can have growth and prosperity and low carbon emission.
Last time when I was attending a meeting in New York, and they were telling something about they can import the energy efficient energy supply machine from Denmark. Mm-hmm. So is it the reason Denmark is emphasizing the special kind of energy, new kind of energy, where we can save the planet?
It's definitely something we do. We have good experience with it, and we believe we have some of the elements for a solution on this. This is also something for Bangladesh, where we are saying there's a lot of focus here, for good reason, on producing more energy. But just as efficient is looking into energy efficiency solutions. Right. If you can have more efficient fertilizer production, more efficient power transmission, right, then that is just as important as having more power production. And there Danish companies can help.
সুধী দর্শক, এতক্ষণ আমরা তার কাছ থেকে জানলাম বাংলাদেশের শিল্প বাণিজ্যিক সহযোগিতায় কিভাবে ডেনমার্ক এগিয়ে আসছে, এবং বাংলাদেশের উদ্যোক্তাদের সাথে ডেনমার্কের উদ্যোক্তাদের মিলিয়ে দেওয়ার জন্য তারা একটি ম্যাচ মেকিং অনুষ্ঠান করছেন, এবং এনার্জি এফিশিয়েন্ট মেশিনগুলি তৈরি করার জন্য তারা আপ্রাণ চেষ্টা করে যাচ্ছেন। এই ফাঁকে আমি একটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ইনফরমেশন আপনাদেরকে দিতে চাই, সেটা হচ্ছে স্বাধীনতা যুদ্ধের পর মাত্র 1 মাসের মাথায় ডেনমার্ক তাদের এমবেসি এস্টাবলিশ করেন আমাদের ঢাকাতে একটি হোটেলে, সেই বিষয়ে আমরা তার কাছে এখন জানতে চাই। One of the most important issue I wanted to discuss, after newly born country, I know Denmark came from all the way to here to support us,
Yes.
and I really salute and thank you for that. So would you like to share something about it, how you feel?
Well, I'm proud, as ambassador of Denmark to Bangladesh, I'm proud of the fact that Denmark was one of the first countries who recognized the young, struggling state of Bangladesh immediately following independence in 1971.
And so many people of our country didn't know that, and I'm really glad that we can let them know this. So please.
I remember from television in the early 70s as a child seeing about this. And I remember my teacher in school telling me about Bangladesh and the struggling state of Bangladesh. But I'm proud of the fact that Danish diplomats came here immediately, offering help and solidarity and recognition, official diplomatic recognition of the young state of Bangladesh. In the beginning, there wasn't an embassy. They were working out of a hotel room, doing whatever they could to assist Bangladesh in those struggling years. We have stayed here ever since, and I'm so happy today to see that while development assistance is still cornerstone of what we do here and helping Bangladesh moving forward, but the other areas are really also expanding now, notably commercial relations. This is what we want, and after now 40 years almost, it's so nice to see that really taking off.
One question at the end I wanted to share, and I wanted to ask with you. Everyone have a view, like after 50 years, where you want to see this world?
On a personal basis?
Personal basis, right.
Let me offer you three things. I think first of all, we need, and here I mean the people of the planet.
Right.
We need to take better care of the resources that we have been given, so that we can pass on a planet to the next generation and the next generation which is in good shape. And we need to do a better job of that. So that's number one, being good custodians of the planet. Secondly, I think we need to do a much better job in sharing the resources that we have. It's not fairly divided now between developing nations and developed nations. We need to do a better job of sharing resources. But I'm happy to see that right now in Bangladesh it's moving the right way for that. Thirdly then, I think that we should remember to stay happy, in good relations with each other, celebrating diversity and celebrating the issues that we have together and how wonderful a planet it is, how immense, how great experiences you can have visiting other people, and let's just stay happy also and try our best to do that.
At the end, I want to thank you on behalf of our TV family, and thank you for taking time to coming here. And do you have any closing thought for our common people of Bangladesh?
It's a joy to be here. I want to thank you for welcoming my family, myself, and all my compatriots to your country, and let's get to work onwards with good relations between our people.
প্রিয় দর্শক, এতক্ষণ ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক জোনের সাথে থাকার জন্য আপনাদেরকে ধন্যবাদ। আমি নুরিয়াজিজ আজকের মতো এখানেই বিদায় নিচ্ছি ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক জোন থেকে। আগামী পর্ব দেখার আমন্ত্রণ জানিয়ে শেষ করছি আমাদের আজকের অনুষ্ঠান।